Previously on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh my god, Dwight, Sherry, and Mickey are gonna battle the dead. Throw on that pop music for me. What the frig did I just watch? This episode, it's pointless. The whole episode is pointless. She used to be famous before the apocalypse. Oh my god, you're famous. Oh my god, like what? Oh my god, like is that really you? Like, oh my god, Sherry, you know who this is? Like, okay, what, really? We're doing this? Wow, for once, one of your actors wanted to leave and you didn't kill them off. Dumb and Dumber are growing up.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Fear the Walking Dead video for today. This is going to be doing my weekly review for this episode of Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead. This is for the 6th episode titled Reclamation.
Get in!
We got company.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Alright guys, this is going to be doing a review for today. This one's going to be doing a review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 7. This one's going to be doing my review for this week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, which is Season 7, Episode 6, titled Reclamation. So, we have now 2 episodes to go for the rest of this season. We have Episode 7, titled The Portrait, and then Padre, which is going to be the mid-season finale. So, Fear the Walking Dead wrapping up. The season is almost done, this half season of Fear the Walking Dead. And with Episode 6 now, Reclamation. So, this week's episode, we get to focus in on Althea, which obviously we have been kind of waiting to focus in on this character for a long time. We have not seen her since episode 4, but really technically since like about episode 11 of last season, when she of course left to go meet up with Isabel. Well, obviously, we've had a lot of bottle episodes since. We've had, obviously, so far the Strand episode, the Morgan and Grace episode, the John and June episode. We've had the Sarah episode. We've had the Dwight and Sherry episode last week. And now, after all this time, we finally get to catch up with Althea. Now, this is not your ordinary episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And as a matter of fact, I don't think a lot of people even know this one yet, which is why I am going to have to kind of break the unfortunate news for anybody that is not aware, or if you guys do not know, if you're not caught up on the news of Fear the Walking Dead recently, I am going to probably about to, kind of probably crush a lot of y'all Althea fans out there. It is confirmed. It is absolutely confirmed, and I've seen it now. Now that I've seen the episode, I can say, yes, this is Althea's last episode in Fear the Walking Dead. But the reason why I'm so darn happy, though, and the fact that I'm happy about a sad situation still, because obviously Maggie Grace has officially left the show. That is confirmed. This is her last episode. She wanted to leave Fear, and they handled it in this fashion. I am very, very happy with the way they did this, because they didn't kill off Althea like I honestly thought they would. I mean, I guess that's just kind of the thing to expect from Fear, is for them to kill off a character. Always kill off the character, John Dory, Garrett Dillahunt want to leave, you kill him off, they've done it with a lot of, actors. I mean, I remember there was even a point where Lenny James wasn't sure if he wanted to stay, so they created the cliffhanger for him in order for him to make up his mind until season 6 started, so they've done it a lot, and it's all gone bad. It's all been bad. Nick, Nick, the actor for Nick wanted to leave. They did the same thing there. Well, with this case, and finally for once, they actually did the right thing. They didn't kill off Althea like I thought they were going to do. And essentially, the story of this week's episode is this. We've got Althea that's out there. After, of course, her girlfriend, Isabel, saved our survivors in the finale of last season. Well, now the storyline is that she has now kind of gone AWOL from the CRM. She's now gone. And Althea is being chased by the CRM, but obviously that's kind of the twist in this one, is that Isabel is actually out there as well too. She hasn't gone back to the CRM, and she is kind of on her own now. And you got Althea that's kind of out there as well too. So very very interesting kind of concept for this one. And I was kind of wondering, I'm like, okay, when are we going to see Isabel? When are we going to see that character kind of make a return? Well, I didn't expect them to have a return as really not with the CRM anymore. That was a very interesting twist for this one. But you've got Morgan and Grace in this one that are looking for Althea. And you've got Morgan and them. They, of course, run into Althea. You know, you kind of get a little bit of kind of some catching up and stuff between the two. And then you got CRM that's the main kind of threat in this one, right? So I think in terms of the episode, I think they posed a very interesting threat. We got the two soldiers, of course, and we got just CRM as the group, the Reclamation team, as per the name of the episode, as they go after Morgan and, Althea. But obviously, we now know they are also, Isabel's not with them either. So it's kind of like they're after Althea and Isabel, because they're wondering, where she went and all that kind of stuff. So very, very interesting. As you got the SWAT vehicle, you've got Morgan and Grace and Althea, and they, of course, kind of all, kind of make a plan to take out the CRM that's kind of coming after them, which I thought was really cool. And I really like the scene in this one when you've got Althea that kind of tests out the, their little trap they've got set on the one walker, as Althea is kind of like slowly talking to the walker, and then the walker just goes into pieces. So they definitely, they test it out before they do what they're going to do, which I thought was, also I thought was really cool. But I will say one thing, Morgan was a damn good character in this one. He really was. Like, the scenes when, of course, you've got CRM that kind of tackled him down, and you've got Morgan, of course, and even Grace in there too. And, the way he kind of just, the way he speaks, like, Morgan is obviously the one thing for darn sure, you don't mess with his family. And that's one thing we got for sure in this episode. Morgan, obviously, he may not be Bounty Hunter Morgan this season. He may not be as badass as he was last season, but he still is the same man, even in this episode. It's still the same thing, and that's what I do still like about it. It's not like season 5 Morgan where he's like so out of character to where it's unbelievable and it's like I can't even watch it. No, it still makes a lot of sense what he's doing in this season and this episode. He's not a pacifist, so that's what I enjoy. And well, let's talk about one scene that I freaking love from this episode is when you got the CRM, of course. They have Althea, and they have her captive, and this is obviously when the whole plan kind of goes down. You've got Grace that gets in the SWAT vehicle. She, of course, is the one that has to drive forward in order for Morgan's trap to work, and obviously now it's for real this time. They're not testing it on the walker. They're actually going to do it. You've got, of course, the trap. You've got Morgan who sets it. You got the two CRM soldiers. Althea is, being caught, and they're ready to kill Althea. And obviously you're kind of wondering, like, oh, crap, like, is this plan going to work? Grace drives forward. The thing goes off. And the frickin' CRM soldiers get, blown to pieces. And I just, I loved it. I freaking loved it. It was so cool. And it was a cool, unique way for them to take out a group of villains in this one, I'll be honest. Very, very enjoyable scene there. Morgan definitely, he did a great job with that one. And, well, essentially in this one, guys, the unfortunate thing about the episode is that Althea, of course, now goes. We've got Althea that, of course, goes back with Isabel, and she meets up with her. And you get somewhat of a happy ending, I guess. They say they're going to go somewhere. We don't know exactly where yet, and unfortunately, we don't know why. Now, okay, here's the one thing I'm going to say about this, okay? Althea is leaving with Isabel, which I kind of expected, and I kind of expected to see something like that. But here's the part that I'm kind of unsure of. I know Maggie Grace is gone from the show, and I know this was her farewell episode, and I actually thought it worked good as a farewell episode. Yeah, there was some slow stuff, but I thought it was honestly really good, and I thought CRM as a threat was pretty good for the time they had. But here's the thing, is that will we see Althea ever come back, or is this it for Maggie Grace? Like, is that like kind of the nice ending? Like, they ride off into the sunset, and like that's it, right? It's a good question. It's definitely a good question, and I'm kind of rather curious to see if that's legitimately what they do. So I guess we'll find out, but or maybe we won't. Maybe that's it for Althea, which I hope it's not. They didn't kill her off, so it kind of gives me hope that they will do something with the character at some point, but I will be honest about one thing, and this episode definitely is kind of one thing I'll say about it to kind of wrap the review. I am going to miss seeing Althea in the series. I actually am. Althea was a fun character. They had some cool callbacks in this one, like her with the noodles even there, near the beginning and stuff. Like, she's got the SWAT vehicle and all this kind of stuff. It's definitely a fitting end for her, and it's one I would prefer instead of them just killing her off and acting like her character was nothing. John Dory. So I'm happy they didn't do that, and I think for once they handled an exit very well on Fear. Yeah, for once, Dumb and Dumber actually handled an exit very well in this show. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of my general thoughts on the episode. It was a good kind of send-off for Althea. If you're not aware, I'm sorry to let you know, but this is Althea's last episode. And that is the end for Maggie Grace, at least in Fear. Unless she, somehow returns. It's not impossible for her to return, but it's probably going to be a bit, even if she does. And obviously, we can tell by the promo next week that we're right back into the storyline with Strands. So it should be interesting. But anyway, I'm going to give the episode a good 8.5. It's a good episode. I thought there were some good scenes in this one. I thought Althea was good for the time she had. Morgan was actually badass. Grace was whatever, but, she was fine, I guess. It was a good episode. It was definitely a good episode. It's definitely an upgrade from last week. I will definitely say that much. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below. What did you guys think about this week's episode of Fear? Let me know and write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, click to subscribe and tune in some videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Market Reviews and Scrum, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
She won't have anything to do with me after this.